Let's see. Good morning. This is Judge Alyssa Perez presiding over the 210 District Court Civil Docket for June 8th, 2022. All matters being heard today are being heard in accordance with all emergency orders and directives regarding COVID-19. In addition to that, we are streaming all matters live via YouTube for public viewing. Mr. Marufo, would you call our first case?
Top of page 1, Judge.
Okay.
In cause number 2021 DCV 3657 Wells Fargo Bank versus Jose Hernandez. Announcement of council, please.
Good morning, Benjamin Joseph Gutierrez on behalf of Wells Fargo.
Give me 1 second. Mr. Baez, I was going to send you a chat too. You all are good to go if that's all you have. I wasn't going to get on the record.
Thank you, Anna. Appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah, I can't talk and chat at the same time as to beyond my skill set. Okay. All
Bye-bye.
right. Sorry about it, Mr. Gutierrez. Okay, Mr. Gutierrez, we are here for a scheduling status conference. Give me an update. Is anyone here on behalf of Jose Hernandez?
No, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Gutierrez, where are we on this one?
Your Honor, he still remains unserved.
Unserved since October at least. So what are we doing?
Well, we're continuing to skip trace on him. We haven't found a good address yet, so we were going to request more time to be able to do that.
Okay, I'm going to set this for a DWAP in 30 days. How about that?
Understood, Your Honor.
Okay. DWAP in 30 days. We'll set it for both Myrna, a scheduling status conference, and DWAP 30 days. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a good day.
Okay, you too. Who's next?
In cause number 2021 DCV 4254 Marta Carrillo and Jerome Overstreet versus Intricate Life Improvement Services et al. Announcement of council, please.
So who is here on behalf of Marta Carrillo? Is that Marta? Is that Ms. Carrillo and Mr. Overstreet?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. Good afternoon. I mean, good morning. I'm here with Ms. Nolan. We were corresponding. We were trying to jump back on at the same time. Just forgive us, Judge, just making sure that we're good to go.
Well,
yes, Judge, I'm here also.
Okay, Ms. Nolan. Ms. Nolan, you're here on behalf of Ms. Carrillo and Mr. Overstreet and Mr. Cetra on behalf of defendants. Okay, so this was a transfer from the 327th. Just kind of quickly looking at this, it looks like there was a motion to compel hearing. I'm assuming was not heard there. It was transferred over. Why don't you all give me an update? Ms. Nolan, you can start.
Yes, ma'am. We sent it, our initial request for disclosure were due in February. And then we sent supplemental discovery. We sent our responses to the request for disclosure on March 24th, and despite multiple requests, we haven't received any response. And the thing is I understood that we were in negotiations for a settlement, but lately there's been no communication. So I'm feeling like we have to move forward.
So let me go ahead. Let me ask, was there a scheduling order in place in the 327th? I don't see one.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So we still have, okay, so we're going to have the motion to compel still outstanding. What I would like to do is basically get you all set up here in terms of our scheduling, and then we will also set the motion to compel since that was already outstanding. Okay, so
yes, ma'am.
What kind of timetable are we looking at for a trial? Can I put you a year out, or does it need to be shorter, longer?
I would love for it to be shorter, no longer than 6 months, please.
Well, it's going to be tough to get you scheduled in 2022. I'm actually probably looking at April. Miss Myrna, if you would please look at April for March, April for good dates.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. We were just trying to, because I think a lot of stuff, we have a good chance of getting things resolved without trial, but we have to have some diligence. And was the reasoning behind the motion to compel, some attention and diligence to it.
So what we will do, what the court does, Ms. Nolan and Mr. Cetra should know this, is that the court will provide you with a scheduling order once I get a trial date.
Okay.
From there will be a mediation deadline and every other deadline as part of the scheduling order.
Okay.
I will already then, today what we'll do is we'll also schedule the motion to compel.
Yes,
I don't see a response to the motion to compel. So I know we'll probably look at setting the motion to compel. Let's see, we're the 8th. I'm going to look at the 22nd of June.
Yes, ma'am, that's fine.
And we'll do that at 10:30 a.m.
Okay. Mhm.
That's the motion to compel. So Mr. Cetra, if you have a response to the motion to compel, I need it filed before, I would say within a week, so by the 15th. Okay,
And Judge, may I just say a few things on the record as well?
yes, sir.
Just, thank you. So that's fine, number one. I'm not terribly worried with the document exchange. I talked to Ms. Nolan. And that's actually what we were discussing, was just document exchange and getting it over to her. So that's perfectly fine. I think what we're discussing here is actually that there already there's discovery that's taken place with the exchange of documents and preliminary informal stuff. So I want to be clear about that. And that's just what I wanted to make sure to put on the record so that it's clear that there's been an exchange here. But I will.
You've provided
absolutely-
nothing. I've
I will
provided
absolutely-
documents
So
to
let
you.
me
Ms. Nolan, Ms.
stop
Nolan, I
both
gave you.
parties.
I
No,
didn't
Mr.
interrupt her,
Cetra,
Judge.
hold on.
I just wanted to establish that.
Mr.
and-
Cetra, please stop.
Sure.
The motion to compel will be heard on the 22nd of June. Okay, if there is a written response, it must be filed by the 15th of June. And if we still require the hearing on the 22nd, you've got your time and date. Okay, I'm not going to have this arguing back and forth. You either put it in a motion and then we'll have it heard at a hearing. Okay, now we're here to set a trial date. Ms. Hernandez, do I have a good trial date for them in March, April? Oh, there it is in the chat. March 17th and 24th, April 7th and 14th. Let me see. All right, let's do March 17th. Anybody know offhand of any conflicts with that date?
No, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Cetra.
Pulling it up, Judge. Offhand, I do not know anything.
Oh. Okay, so March 17th is our trial date, March 17th, 2023. We will have our docket call on March 15th. That means that I want to say just the way the leading up hearings will be is that we'll have probably a final judges conference. It'll either be the 15th or the 22nd of February, which means the mediation deadline is the day before that, but that will be on the scheduling order. Do you all have an idea of what mediator you all will agree on?
Not at this time, Judge.
I need you
think we
to
can reach an agreement on that.
right.
Or
I
if the
need you
court
all
has
to,
one.
Mr. Cetra, I need you all to either agree. If not, the court will select a mediator for you all to use. Okay. You have a entry of scheduling order hearing will be set in 2 weeks. That is the deadline by which you all are to circulate and agree on all the deadlines on that scheduling order and agree to a mediator and submit it back to the court before that hearing. If not, the parties, the attorneys must appear to see why we don't have our scheduling order. That should coincide, Mr. Hernandez, with our hearing on the motion to compel. So on the hearing on the motion to compel, we can make sure that we have our scheduling order.
That sounds good to me.
All righty. So we've got our schedule. As I mentioned, we'll get you the scheduling order. Please make sure you have all your emails up to date with the court and we're good to go. If there's
Thank you,
anything else
Judge.
in the pendency of the case that requires a hearing, please email your filed pleading to Ms. Hernandez and request your hearing and we'll get you scheduled. For now, everything is being done by Zoom unless you are requesting that it be done in person. Any other questions?
Not for me.
Mr. Cetra?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. You all are excused.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Who's next?
We don't have anybody till 10 o'clock yet, Judge.
Okay,